I'm going to teach you my exact strategy that I use for this challenge to turn an account from $1,000 all the way up to 8,900 at the highest peak. This strategy is pretty profitable, but if you choose not to trade, it will make your profitability go up even higher. So what I'm basically saying is, like, if you're not rushing no trades, you should be doing really good with this strategy. August 4th. August 4th, there was no trade. So with this strategy, what you're gonna see is, like, some days you're not gonna be able to trade, but the days you do be able to trade, you'll be able to make a lot. So every day shouldn't be a trading day with this strategy. So the 4th and the 5th, we did not trade, and this is the first week of August. But now we come to Wednesday. Wednesday was a pretty solid day, which we also posted in a Discord, of course. So what we do is wait until market open, right? And then there's always going to be a lot of volatility in the morning. The first 30 minutes of the market, sometimes it's the highest volume of the day. So we want to be where all of the volume is, because that's where a lot of the price action is going to form. So what I do is turn on a VWAP, volume weighted average price, and then what will set this strategy on a green light, what will set it up so you can take the trade, is if price is above VWAP and is getting bought up. So say if it crossed the VWAP and it's on the above the VWAP level right here, and there's buying activity, and then it's crossed back down and it's not past 30 minutes and it's under the VWAP band, you'll be able to buy some calls. And then that's exactly what I did right here. As soon as price came outside of these levels, we bought some calls, and then these positions are going up with the time. So since we're already in a lot of an area with a lot of volume, naturally there's going to be a lot of price action. And if the price action is pushing our contract in the direction that we bought in, and it's in the morning, your contracts are naturally going to fluctuate way more higher than the middle of the day. So a trade like this it went from 628.33 to 630.52, almost two full dollars. This could have easily made you 70 to 80% in a day if you sold your positions up here. And then on top of that, it went up even higher. So say hypothetically you sold up here and then you held runners, because it did make a new low, but you already made profit, and then you're looking for that reversal in the trend. And then boom, there's people in our Discord that do hold their contracts. Like even with today, somebody held our calls and made way more money, and then somebody held our puts today and made more money as well. It's just the price where you buy at is what matters. So this is just a little quick recap of August 6th. So this is our first win, and this is around 70 to 80% gain. So already to start off the month, the first week, we're already up 70% on a position. Now here comes Thursday. Here goes the same setup. We got that buying activity above the VWAP, and then price starts to fall down. When price starts to fall down, that's exactly what you want to see, because realistically, what I'm looking for is a close under. And if it give us a close like that, like a big candle, I'm not going to get scared and think that it's going to end up trending. I'm going to believe that we're going to get some type of reversal. So the reversal happens majority of the times. Like when I say majority of the times, at least like the lowest it will happen a month is 60%. And there is some losses we did take this month, but you're going to quickly realize every time you see this position set up, the market is always reacting. So let me see if there's any questions. There's no questions. The market is always reacting, and if the market is reacting, if you're on the right side, you can make so much money from it. So here go another trade. This was bought at 635.49 and all the way to 636. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is a 15-minute trade. In 15 minutes, you made 50% of your money. So, with majority of our contracts, we normally just, whenever I buy, definitely with this challenge, I'm just investing $1,000 per trade. And then you're getting 50% of that in 15 minutes. And like I said, you're gonna, to calculate risk and to be able to like have this win percentage go up even higher, what you want to do is have levels where you sell at, because you don't want to sell all of your contracts up here, because some days it's not going to come up here. You want to have levels which where we post literally every single day, because every time I sell I always alert when to sell, which give members a really good position. But yeah, here go day two. This is 50%. Then yesterday was a 70%. So just in 2 days, that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 120%. So with just 120% on a week, that's really good. Definitely for your trades. This is like you're literally spending. So if you spent $1,000 and then you made 120%, you would have made $1,200 in 2 days. And that's the point where you want to build up to. You want to build it up to when you're investing $1,000 per trade. Now, here go Friday. With this strategy, it is profitable on Friday, but me personally, what I did notice is every time I did use this strategy for like the past 2 years straight, Fridays is the most common day to lose on. Some days you will win big. Like for example, we didn't get a close or anything, but say hypothetically you was to get a call, your contracts is gonna go up way more higher, and then I noticed there's just a lot of more trendy. Whenever there's a Friday, there's always more trends. So that's just something to be aware of. That's why sometimes I trade on Friday, sometimes I don't, sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. Now, just on the first week, we got two trades, 120%, and that's on the first week. Now, yeah, this is the very first week of August, and we got 120%. We're already starting the month good. The week is already like really good, but now let's go to August 11th, Monday. Now, Monday, as you see, we got another trade. Now this trade was 637.06 all the way to 637.93. So almost $2 in the span of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 minutes. So you can only imagine where your premiums are going to be at up here, or you can imagine where your premiums are going to be at this price. The only thing is, the positions comes really quick. So once you see it, you have to act. So like, yeah, this was a 15-minute trade, but if you didn't react in 1, 2, 3 minutes, you would have missed your trade. That's why you have to kind of stare at the market. But if you think about it, it's only for the first 30 minutes. And this, I would say, probably is another 60 to 70%. And this is already starting off the Monday. Now, we're already starting off Monday, and we're already getting 60 to 70%. That's already $500 on a day. So if we're already making $500 on this day, the only thing we can do is literally just let it play out. Or, for example, the same thing happened again. It went up even higher. So if you held your contracts, say you sell majority of your contracts and you hold 2 to 3 more contracts, your contracts is automatically going to be worth most likely $100 more. Just because it is huge. Just because it is huge jump. And if you're able to sell up here, that's even better to you, because your percentage, instead of getting that 40 to 50%, you're going to be getting like 200 to 300 or even 400% if you bought again. So yeah, that time decay would have ate you up right here. You would have been down, but the price literally shoots up. I like being in the positions where it's like stress free. If the contract doesn't automatically trends after without it going down to my stop loss, there's gonna be days where it does, and I'm about to show you those days later in this month. But we're already 3 trades in, and this is another 120. We're already basically 200% in here. And if we're 200% on $1,000, that's $2,000. You 200, yeah, that's $2,000 um in the first 11 days of the market. So you can look at this as like your first paycheck right here. Now, this trade was a pretty more like skeptic trade. As you know, like in my channel, I always talk about this 530 candle. I know there's a time I made a video about it. I know you guys heard me talk about a 530 candle, but majority of the times whenever you see a 530 candle and it's above and it's like up $1, there's impact for news, and I like to just trade in that direction. So what I wanted to do was just buy calls on opening. I was up here, but I was like, I want to sell like kind of in the mid of the day. And we did go down a lot, but we didn't buy more. What we did was trust the trend and trust our direction, and that's exactly what happened. So I would say out of all of the trades we did do this month, I would say this one is like kind of the most rushed trade. I'm breaking my rules because I did want to trade, because there's going to be a lot of times where you see this 530 candle and it's not going to go below the VWAP. It's just going to start trending up. I know you guys saw days like this. On after hours, they have a huge gap, and then it just keeps on going up when everybody thinks it's going to fall. This is when the market is up like 1.20, 1.50% on just from opening hours. So Tuesday, I would say we would have still got the trade. We would have got a way more better position, to be honest. But just for us rushing the trade, we wasn't able to capitalize as much as we could have made, but we still made a lot. This is down there 100% trade, but this could have went like 2 to 300%. And definitely if you was holding your contracts. And the thing is, you're not holding all of your contracts. What you're doing is selling every time you go more in profit. If you go more in profit, you sell, 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 sell. It's like you're slowly letting go when your option contract is worth more. So let me go and check if there's any questions. No, there's no questions. But yeah, this is just something to keep in mind. Like, don't rush your trades. At the end of the day, like, I can't understand why, like, you could rush trades. You're trying to get money every single day. Like, sometimes I rush trades just to get a trade in a day. So it's like, I'm like more addicted to the percentages than the money, but like a lot of people could be addicted to the money than the percentages, which could work a little backwards. But then again, getting higher percentages is kind of all I care about. If I was to trade on a $10 account and I get like 50% or 30% every single time, I'll be happy as hell. But uh yeah, now here go another day. So what you want to watch out for this strategy is not rushing your trade, because days like this is going to come where it just start going up and you're going to think about, when do I buy calls? When do I buy calls? Why is it not appearing? If it's not appearing, don't trade. Like, you got to, like, whenever you're day trading, this is probably going to be like the advice of the video. Like, this is literally the best advice. So like just take this one down if you can't understand this strategy. Whenever you're day trading, like, yeah, you're focusing on the day, but it would be way more better to focus throughout the whole entire month. And then you can use that month to stretch out from an entire year. So not every day is going to be a trading day, because you don't want to just put your money in the market, and then if something unfamiliar is happening, you don't want to just sit there and trade the unfamiliarity. You want to trade something that you believe in and that comes to the market, and every time it comes to the market, there's at least an 80% chance of it going your way. So that is probably going to be like the best advice on this video, is most definitely do not just sit there and try to trade unfamiliar charts. Something that you don't understand, don't trade it. It'd be better for you to paper trade it and you win and your paper trade go up 1,000%, instead of you blindly putting your money into an asset and you don't understand what's going to happen. I'm buying at emotional levels where typically the market is going to give out a reaction, because there's going to be buyers in the morning. A lot of them could be just buying up SPY because of the repeatedly thing. It could be hedge funds trying to buy some positions, get out of positions. It can be so many things happening in the morning. That's why the first 30 minutes of the market has a whole bunch of volume, and you're gonna see that throughout the entire day. And then kind of at the end of the day, but sometimes there's not a lot of price action like how it is in the morning. So just keep that in mind. If you feel like the market is being weird or you don't understand it, there's no reason to like gamble, because that'd be the I feel like trading every single day. If you was to go ask like 100 unprofitable traders like why they blow their account, 9 times out of 10 is not their strategy, is because they was trying to trade their strategy every single day, and some days it wouldn't pop up. But here go another day it didn't pop up. So if it doesn't pop up, what do that mean? That means we're not gonna trade it. You get what I'm saying? It's already past 7 o'clock. Now we're looking for our other core strategy, which was our support, resistance, and volume. And if that doesn't pop up, we don't trade. It's that simple. But um, just keep that under advice. Like, don't think about the day, because realistically, if you was to get, if say hypothetically, I know a lot of people may not have $1,000, but let's just say $200, right? And you already doubled your account and you started off with 200, and like if you're investing $200 per trade, you can tell most likely this is like not what you do. You most likely doing it as a side income. But we're gonna just show you how far $200 can go just from growing it. So that month, I'm pretty sure we got like 180%. You would have been up $360 off of a side income right here. Just a side income, $360, and that's plus the 200, and now you're at 500. So that's just in 2 weeks, and the point is to keep your money in the market. I see a lot of people get profitable, and then they like take their money everywhere else on what they take their money and put it in everything else that's not making money. That would probably be like something that I do see pretty often. But here go another day. Here go Thursday. No trade. No trade because there's no position. Well, you don't want to rush a position. Why would you want to rush a position and potentially lose? Now, Friday, like I said, we don't trade Fridays. So this week would have only been a technically two trade week. And with these two trades, this is 70 and this is like 100. So this is like almost 170%. And if you held your contracts, most likely you could have got to like 175. So the more time you put in the market, do you like realize, like I'm showing you guys literally the blueprint of this right now. The more time you put in the market, the more money you're going to make. So that's just two trades. And now we're on Monday, August 18th. Now, August 18th was the same thing. You wait until it comes out of this VWAP, is not past 7, so we'll be able to enter some positions. We get our positions at 642.62, and we can sell them at 643.81. And this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. This was a 26-minute trade. So you're making down there 119 points, 1.19. Your target 1.19, and your stop is 0.22. Yo, just think about the profit that you're making off of this. This is like another 60% gain, and it's the start of the week. So let's just say um you had $200, you invested it into this trade, you would have made $100 just from $200. And now you're in a position like, huh, I put my money in this asset and then it made me more money. So if this was $1,000, this would have been a $500 trade. So we're literally taking these trades so damn often to the point where like a lot of people are making money, and then the thing is they understand the strategy, so it's like they even help our post out other trades. And this strategy I did create by myself off of like a lot of mistake and error. Like this, it kind of took me 2 years to just figure out, but now I'm just giving it out and helping everybody in here. So like, leave, follow, and subscribe. Make sure you like this video because this is free game right here. Let me see if anybody's saying anything. Oh, and everybody in the live stream right now, make sure you type in a general. Don't type in a live stream chat. Type in a general. All right, but here go the same exact setup that we took, and then boom. It was not hard at all. Now, here go Tuesday 19th. Um we didn't get a trade right here. We couldn't get that buying volume above VWAP, and when it didn't come below this lower band. So Tuesday wouldn't have been a trade. But as you see, there's a whole bunch. This is a huge drop. I'm pretty sure we did get a trade on this day, but it wasn't with this strategy, and I'm teaching this strategy. How much are you trading for your profit today? Did you trade $500 each time? How often do you have 100% trades? So is this 5 day setup or month? So this is the whole month of August. So per with this challenge, I'm investing $1,000 per trade. So majority of the times is gonna be $1,000, and I like to sell at more than one TP. And how often do you have 100% trades? Like, I really don't really search for 100% trades. What I do search for is the trend. So say for example, um, let's just go to a day where it could have been 100%. Trying to find a huge gain. This possibly, it just really depends on 100%. I don't really like try to just go out for 100%. What brokerage are you using? I'm using Robinhood. I use Robinhood for all of the trades. It's like easy and beginner friendly. But we was on this day and I was explaining how there's no trade. You don't want to trade every single day because that, how are you using TradingView with Robinhood? So I have this phone, right? And I buy the contracts on my phone. Oh, you can't see the camera. So I have the phone in my hand right now. Stream can't see it, but I know you guys could. I have the phone in my hand, and what I do is have a computer in front of me, not a monitor, because I don't look at TradingView on my phone. And I buy the contracts on Robinhood, but I set all of my market analysis on TradingView. I wouldn't recommend if you're trading options and you're only on Robinhood and your strategy on Robinhood, there's a good chance you're not going to be able to use this strategy. This is a strategy that Robinhood just their platform doesn't support. So, um if anybody's just using Robinhood to just do all of their screening, I don't know if that's a good idea. And I know it's not going to have the same indicators or Um, or you can't even backtest on Robinhood. Like I did, like the point is to try to see how the market is gonna react at certain levels. And with Robinhood, you're naturally on a 5 minute. This strategy, you have to look on a 1 minute to enter. You can't enter on a 5 minute. So I'm just keeping that. How? Oh, that makes sense. They allow same day expiration. Yeah, they let. So with Robinhood, you have to change your account to a cash account, so you can trade with the money that you have available in your balance buying power. Let's see. It went from 1,000 to 8,000 a month. That's amazing. Can use this strategy on Webull. You can use this strategy literally on any type of platform. The only thing you need to any type of brokerage, as long as your brokerage lets you buy SPY option contracts, you can you can you can buy them. You can do this strategy. It's just more so looking at the chart and seeing what it's doing. I need to see what button and shit to press on Robinhood because it's confusing. Okay, most definitely. Um, I see that you're a VIP. What I can do is like explain that in a live stream tomorrow. We doing a to 10K so I can tag along. LOL. Okay, you know what? I should do like a video about that. How to use Robinhood. That would be a really beginner friendly video. Okay, I thought like so you guys are like new to options. I thought like okay, it's pretty interesting. Alright, hold on. Wait, what brokerage are you using? Yeah, I use Robinhood. I use Robinhood. But here go Tuesday 19th. Yeah, that's good. Confusing part. Trading view and everything else is making sense. Alright, that's good. If trading view can make sense and your problem is like not knowing like how to buy, is trading is gonna come way more easier. But as you see right here, I did not get not one trade. And do that really matter if I already got like down there 100% or 80% trade right here? It doesn't matter. You want me to tell you why it doesn't matter? Because we already 100% all of our money. Do you know how long it takes for naturally if you was to just invest in shares, just for you to get 10% would take an entire year. So we're getting 100% in a day, and all we're doing is just buying these lows of SPY. And there's gonna be times where you do lose, but like I said, we always have to make a strategy for our strategy to fail. So there's gonna be days where I'll probably make that in another video. But every day, like if this strategy appeared, just know, boom, $500 could just come in your pocket. Now here go another day, Wednesday. It didn't appear. But we did get a trade. This was one of our biggest wins of the challenge. I didn't mark it. I'm pretty sure I did a video about this strategy. But yeah, August 20th was our biggest win. And the only reason why is because we was able to predict that this was gonna go on a downtrend. If you guys want, um, if you guys want a video on this or just another live stream about a strategy on how I predict trends like this, just leave a like or just let me know in the chat right now. Yeah, a lot of us are beginners. I can see. I started my trading journey on August 5th this year with no experience. Hey, well, it's good that you're learning under somebody because you're about to like go past all of the mistakes that I used to make. Not new to options, but on Webull, the VWAP setup looks different. Yeah, I don't use Webull. I use TradingView to look at my VWAP. I started last year, but I have been learning futures, but I want to do options, so only indicators you're using is VWAP. I use VWAP and volume. That's kind of what really just matters to me and how I have to view the market. 500 in your pocket each day, baby steps. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. EMA? No, I used to use EMAs, but I really do feel like VWAP is a stronger indicator, if that makes sense. I feel like the market reacts way more to VWAP than EMAs. Can you show your YouTube channel or post a link in here in the Discord? Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Uh, but now we're on Thursday. Surprisingly, we got another trade. So here go our trade right here, which we could extend because we're selling majority of our contracts, and if it's not making new lows, we're basically solid. But here we go. Thursday, August 21st. Now, this is the trade right here, and we see that there's buying activity above the VWAP, and then after there's buying activity above the VWAP, it drops. Once it drops, you start filling your orders. With this trade, you only had you had 2 minutes until it start to pop off. And this was 634 all the way to 637, 4 or 5. This would have been 100% for sure. Definitely with the time and premiums, this would have been 100%. And everything is posted as well. You can literally go on my thread where I post the trades. I kind of do post them with a delay. So like most likely you would have probably had to buy up here or like up here. You would have still got the trade, still hit both of my TPs, but you're not going to enter exactly where I'm at because it's obviously a delay. I got to post for the Discord first. But all this time, every single day, I'm going to be live trading this strategy and like showing you how it works in real time. Do you do analysis prior to market opening, or do you only trade SPY? Also, what news are you looking at prior to trading? So I have a news channel where I post all of the news in Elite Investors. I'm pretty sure it's available for everybody. But if I look at news, most likely it's either Swamp Boy saying all of his news that he discovered. If you guys don't know who that is, that's he just know he be coming out with insider information sometimes. It's just a lot. Just know that. And just whatever is on the economic calendar. So that's how I be checking it. And sorry if I'm looking down, I'm looking at the chat as we speak. But here go 100% trade. And if you guys realized, this strategy did not pop up and lose this entire month, and we're already 21 days in. We're already at like 400%. So if you did 400% on $200 and you invested $200 every single trade, you would have made an extra $1,000 just for not trading every single day and just only using this one strategy. And this is the thing. There's more strategies that we're giving out, but this is just one of them. And I would say this one is just like one of those ones that like get you money. It just can make you profitable and make you money. But that's what a lot of people are trading for. So here go a trade right here, the 21st. Now, Friday, again, there's no trade. And now to 25th, it pops up again. There is some buying activity. We want to still take appreciation of these wicks. And then as soon as price comes out of this VWAP range, we're able to buy. And then this was a trade 643.50 all the way to 644.24. So, and this is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is in 5 minutes, and you're making 40% off this trade in 5 minutes. These premiums are going to be helping you a lot. The fact that it's only going in your direction, your premiums are going to be really high. And this is just the month of August. And August, I would say August was a pretty good month, but there have been better months. I would say it had a lot of choppiness. and say if you held your contracts, because this did not come down to this level again. This could have been a possibly 640. This could have possibly been like 120, 130, 150%, because you got to still take in time decay, and but the contract is still going up with premiums. But there go a good example right here. You see how we did not take not one loss, and here go another let's just say 40%. And you're not upping your position. You don't want to up your sizing. What I like to do is just trade for entire month with the same amount, because at the end of the day you still got 12 months in an entire year. So trade one setup. Look, guys, I give you a challenge. I challenge. Hold on. Let me see real quick. I challenge everybody to just, if you don't even gotta like look at the market, if you in the court or you want to just do this by yourself, trade this one setup for an entire month and no mistakes. You sell that TP and see if your account grows. It's gonna grow. I would literally, I can, like, for example, I know for a fact that I can literally make like make a group, right? And people will give me money and I just trade this setup and no other setup, and throughout the month their account just grows. Just like that. It's so much money to be made in $1 trillion industry. It's not even funny, because if we make $500 in a day, that's like, that's not even pennies to the market. That's not even half of pennies to the market. What is that? That's like pennies of pennies of pennies of pennies of pennies of pennies. So it's just like we're surviving in the market, and then we're making our money. The 25th, Monday, we would have won our trade. Now here go another trade. The 26th, we would have been able to take the same exact setup. Come on, guys. Am I making this clear enough? Like, there's absolutely no way that I'm not. It's the only thing it is, it's fast. It's really fast. So this is 1, 2, 3. 3 minutes, 4 minutes it would have took. This went up 641.76 all the way to 642.94. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is where you're going to want to sell some contracts. Your premiums are going to be high. And this was 648 to 710. And this is your day. And like, if you're still trading, you should have at least been able to turn that $200 into like at least $1,000. And this is the 26th. But that doesn't mean risk more because you have more money. That means that you're building your strategy. You're building your edge. You want to have like really sharp, because it's like, when I first discovered this strategy, sometimes I'll see it in the market live and I'll be like, wait, is it time? Is it time? And I miss it. And then once you miss the trade, there is a way to like get into another trade, but like it's so much things that you can like. That's what I like about trading. Like there's like so many ways to make money with off of one strategy. So just like a little teaser, if this was to show up and we miss it, there's a high chance that we'll be able to get into another trade. But it would be a little bit more higher risk, but it would still make us the profit that we're looking for. But I can say that can be for another video as well. I'm giving you guys like a profitable strategy. Is this like common? But Wednesday, this wouldn't have been a trade. As you see, why is this not a trade? Because we're not getting no close. So if we're not getting no close, that means we don't trade. Now Thursday. Now Thursday is a day that we do lose. We do get our position, right? But on this Thursday, this was a day that I did lose. Do remember this day. And we lost our trade, but we was just on a winning streak, guys. One loss shouldn't. If one loss is taking out your entire account, that means you're having a risk management issue, which could be fixed. So we lose this trade, right? And it's like, okay, this doesn't count for this gain or this gain. And then here go Friday. Friday shouldn't have been no trade because, like I said, we don't really like to use this strategy on Friday. And then now, that was literally the month, guys. You get all of those trades. So you lose one time, but you win way more times than you lose. So do you guys see how it's going to be hard for you guys to not build your account? That's basically gonna be it. And like and subscribe and peace out.